Thank you, Spencer. I'm here out in the field with a very important man. If you would like to introduce yourself to our guests.
Brendan, thank you very much for having me. My name is Greg Medici. I am the Chief Business Official of our school district.
All right, thank you. And now we have a couple of questions to ask you about our new pool project. So first question, what was the driving decision behind installing this new pool?
This is really a great project. All the way dating back to the 1960s with our previous pool, when the previous pool was built, we knew that there was a finite life on that pool. It was a cement pool that they do have kind of a multi-decade life. So about 10 years ago, we started the planning process to figure out how to get a new pool for the campus. And in that process, we landed on the decision to go with a stainless steel pool, which is going to last absolutely a lifetime. And so now that we're here, once the pool is complete, it's really a huge upgrade from what we had, and it's going to last longer than you and I can imagine.
And I'm sure a couple of students are wondering, they may not be in the know, but can you inform them why the site had to be filled in after it was all dug up?
Definitely, and it is a question that makes a lot of sense. The footprint of the new pool is going to be different from where the old pool was. So the settling required for laying the cement and doing all the foundations actually would have been a step that could have delayed the ultimate completion. So the easiest way to give the new contractor who will be responsible for building the pool and building the deck the piece of land that everything needs to be built on is to give the contractor a piece of land that doesn't have a huge hole in it. And so this was the way to do that. It saves us on timing of settling and other pieces, and it also was the most economical way because the same crew that completed the demolition brought in the materials to fill everything in.
Okay. So what do you think personally about these new renovations?
Oh, I think they're really, really awesome. I mean, everything about this is awesome. The other great thing generally about how we were able to really kind of continue to stick to our timelines, the renovations so far, which the demolition is an easy one, the harder one to kind of tell so much has happened. This gas line that we're looking at is actually the gas line that feeds the entire district. The entire campus. So it used to be about 150 feet closer to the weight room, and in the last 2 months we completed a project where it got brought closer to Grayson, which is the source of the gas. And part of that project was also an upgrade of the gymnasium's hot water and the heating system, which uses hot water in the gymnasium. Previously, it was part of the pool mechanical room, which is now demolished, but now the gym has a standalone hot water system which powers its own hot water for restrooms and for the HVAC system.
All right, and has there been any calendar issues that may have affected completion?
When we originally completed the calendar, we knew that everything had to go kind of perfectly to plan, and we're still striving for that, certainly. The one element that we did not have control of was up in Sacramento, the Division of State Architects. For schools, every single thing we build has to go through this particular department up in Sacramento it goes by DSA, and in that process, they receive the documents. We initially thought they would have them back to us by September. It hasn't happened yet, and we're still working with them back and forth to get everything completed. We now think they're going to have the documents to us by October, which will allow us to go out to bid with those documents and then go forward with completion. The original calendar, which envisioned September DSA approval and February completion, now that we're having October DSA approval, we are still shooting for the beginning of the swim season, which is that first few weeks of February. It may be, though, that some weeks, because of this DSA delay, may push us into February for final completion. But we want to get it right because this pool's going to be here for the next 100 years.
So, do you have an estimated time of completion for the project?
As mentioned, we are shooting for the beginning of the swim season. With the DSA timing issues, we may be a few weeks in to that season, but we're still shooting for February completion, which is the start of February. March completion, which is the start of the swim season. Part of that too, which is really cool, just to give us an update on a kind of a previous part of the discussion. The pool house is going to be right here, and then we're gonna have entrance kind of through the pool house or through the gym to get to the new pool, which is kind of going to be in the far corner of this lot. So yeah, part of the reason why we want to make sure that the completion is done right and we get everything where we want it is because this thing really is going to be here way longer than you and I, and into many generations of St. Helena High School students.
All right. Thank you very much. And do you have anything you'd like to say to the students before we sign off?
Well, I really want to thank all the students. I know that there were many students, along with Coach Tui, that walked around during Measure C asking for support of the community to help build this pool. And so to all those students, absolutely thank you. And to everyone on campus, thank you for being supportive and patient during this process. And once the pool is complete, everyone's going to realize this was all worth it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Medici.
Thank you.
Back to you, Spencer.